Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in and mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Ready, set. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Cut my team. Cut that press all 80. Go.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to the rookie out of Miami. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
19, 18.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready? 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Warrior 70.
They'll throw out of the gun. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. 180. 11. Stop.
A short gain up to the 20. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 Mighty. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Right 80, 11 Thomas. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate. Dot. Dot.
Burrow here on second down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. Now it's going to be third down.
Here we go. 180. Dot.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard
Get
line.
set. Dot. 180. What is that? Dot.
Now give on the ground. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's a second and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 11 Thomas. 180. Dot.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
48-yard line.
Mason Graham in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
12, 12, 12.
Play action now. It's Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Here we go. Got.
They go play action for Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. Burrow finds Chase for a big one. 35 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Gun. Got.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. His second rushing touchdown of the year. That is a first National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I can promise you every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The drive will start on the ground.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Here we go, here we go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one's down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, like not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
3rd and long.
60 by 60 by trap 60, trap 60.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And not the greatest of kicks there. They're going to mark it on this side of midfield.
Tank. 11 MT tank. Here we go. 11, 11, 11. Right 80. Right touch. Shot.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
A gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
11, 11,
They'll come up
11.
to 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Shot. 12, 12, 12. Shot.
To throw is Burrow. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Right 80. 12, 12, 12. MT. 11 MT. Shot.
Now, Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. That's to the end zone, but they did not connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11. That.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And now it's 4th down.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll begin here on the ground. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment.
Ready?
3rd and 6.
Here we go. Check, smash, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Cut 19, cut 19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
He'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end, Harold Fannin. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
70 Timberwolf. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
Into traffic, but taken in. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Browns going to use the 1st of their timeouts here. They'll stop the clock, 24 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready? Buffalo 86, Cougar 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. But we'll stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Go! Panther and left, Viking 18. 18, Pioneer.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
MT. Right 80. 11. 12.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll air one out for Higgins. And that is hauled in on the right sideline. Right inside the chalk. A heck of a catch. A big play at a critical juncture in this game. 33 yards.
Pearson on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we are at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Right 80. Right shot.
The third quarter begins with a run. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Burrow here on 2nd down. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
11 MT. Good set. Right 80. Shot.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Gain of 24 yards.
Burrow and his favorite target, Chase, for the Cincinnati first down.
1st and 10 at the
Here we go.
37-yard line.
Shot.
On the RPO, it's a throw, and it's Higgins. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Shot.
A handoff as they try to run it here.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Open man, downfield, Chase has it. His 2nd catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around?
Here we go.
If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, That's when disaster strikes.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Right shot. Stop.
Second down. Burrow. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. When you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. On is McPherson for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals will extend this third quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6. Ready. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. 20-yard pickup there. It's a Browns first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, and see if you can go score.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Man will play collegiately over in Columbus. Quinshon Judkins. And it is recovered by the Bengals.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the jump.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. 19 Lions. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Isaiah Bond. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here.
And he will score! Game on! Touchdown Browns. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Browns will line up for the two-point conversion.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
They're on 35-yard line.
On 2, ready? Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow on the bootleg. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
First carry here, and it's Tom Brooks. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Right 80.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
Handoff here, up the middle. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punt. Touchdown, Bengals. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to draw yourself back in it. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you...
That one underthrown and intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and There's a reason this guy fell in the draft, but I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
Now give up the middle, and he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the 31, here is second and 5.
Here, 11, Thomas. Cut. 180. 180. 11. What you got? Cut.
Up the middle they go. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He's tackled at
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Turbo's hot. Cut.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
It's now second and 6 at their 48-yard line.
On 2.
Here's second and 6.
Gun. Cut.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Cut. 11. Cut. Cut.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 40.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Cut. 180. 180. 11. 11 MT. 11 MT. Cut.
Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line.
Here we go.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
One final chance for this defense. And here's 3rd down.
Here we go. That.
And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. A chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.